All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. Mortal remains of former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and DMK President M. Karunanidhi kept at Rajaji Hall in Chennai for people to pay their homage. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to travel to Chennai to pay his last respects. Uttar Pradesh government recommends CBI probe into Devaria shelter home case. Maharashtra government announces special assistance of 500 crore rupees to develop employment opportunities for OBCs. Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat says electronic voting machine is a foolproof technology and it has not witnessed any major malfunctioning in the past several years. India-Nepal coordination meeting takes place today to discuss border security and sharing information on criminals. And in sports, Indian men's hockey team improves its FIH ranking to 5th place after it bagged silver medal in the Champions Trophy. Mortal remains of former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and DMK President M. Karunanidhi has been kept at Rajaji Hall in Chennai for people to pay their homage. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will travel to Chennai this morning to pay his last respects to the departed leader. 94-year-old Karunanidhi passed away at a hospital in Chennai yesterday evening. Central government has declared state funeral for him as a mark of respect for the departed soul. National flag will fly half-mast in Delhi and all state capitals today. A Home Ministry spokesperson said central government will observe state mourning across the country today and there will be no official entertainment during the day. Tamil Nadu government has declared a holiday for educational institutions and government offices today. AIADMK government has announced 7-day mourning in the state. Our correspondent takes a look at the life and works of the departed leader.
என் உயிரினும் மேலான அன்பு உடன்பிறப்புகளே, meaning, my beloved brethren, more precious than my life, was the magnetic phrase used by Mr. Karunanidhi while beginning his speech amidst loud applause and whistles. The 5-time Chief Minister had quite a rare and long political innings and an unbeaten record of being a 13-time MLA since 1957. He became a Chief Minister in 1969 after the death of C.N. Annadurai. His political journey began with the participation in the Kallakudi agitation in 1953. He founded a student organization called Tamil Nadu Tamil Manavar Mandram and started a newspaper which grew into Murasuli, the DMK party's official newspaper. A firm believer in federalism, Karunanidhi was instrumental in bringing sovereign rights of the states, including hoisting of flag by chief ministers during Independence Day. He was a playwright and scriptwriter. He used his talents to weave politics and films, which surely had a mass impact in the career. A multifaceted personality, a statesman, a social activist, a great orator who dabbled with the language, was a witty, sarcastic, humorous personality. His role in Indian politics, his creativity in preserving and promoting Tamil literature in all art forms put him in the pedestal of the hearts of the Tamils living all over the world. The icon of the DMK, synonymous with the symbol of the rising sun, will travel into evergreen memory of the Tamils. Joy, AR News, Chennai.
Meanwhile, Madras High Court has begun hearing on a plea by DMK challenging Tamil Nadu government's denial of permission to bury him at Marina Beach. Acting Chief Justice H.G. Ramesh and Justice S.S. Sundar had heard the plea last night and adjourned the matter till this morning. Earlier, AIADMK government in the state has expressed its inability, citing there were some legal cases against burial at Marina. DMK leader M.K. Stalin, Kanimori and M.K. Alagiri approached Chief Minister Idapadi Palaniswamy to allot a space for burial at Marina. Late in a press release, Chief Secretary Girija Vaidyanathan said that the Chief Minister reviewed their request and provided a 2-acre site at a different place where former Chief Minister Rajaji and Kamraj were laid to rest. Uttar Pradesh government has recommended a CBI probe into the Devaria shelter home case. Speaking to reporters in Lucknow last night, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said the state government has decided to hand over the case to the CBI to ensure a transparent probe. He said state government has also constituted a special investigation team to ensure that there is no tampering of evidence. The Chief Minister said orders have already been issued to shift the girls recovered from the shelter home to Varanasi in a secure manner. In Uttar Pradesh, interns will be appointed in every block for publicity of the welfare schemes of the state government. These interns, named as Lok Kalyan Mitra, will also provide feedback regarding implementation of the welfare schemes. 822 Lok Kalyan Mitras, each in the block of the state, would be appointed through written examination. Our correspondent reports that the decision was taken at the State Cabinet meeting chaired by Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath yesterday.
Lok Kalyan Mitra will disseminate information among people at village level about various development programs of the government. State government spokesperson and Power Minister Shrikant Sharma said that government wants to add energetic and experienced youth of the state through this internship scheme who are committed for social change. Initially, these appointments would be made for 1 year with another extension of 1 year on the permission from CM. Interns would get a monthly honorarium of rupees 25,000 plus rupees 5,000 as conveyanced. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
Maharashtra government has announced a special assistance of 500 crore rupees for other backward classes, OBC community to help them develop employment opportunities for the youth. Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis said his government remains committed to retain the OBC quotas in jobs and rejected reports that Maratha community may be included in the OBC category for reservation purpose. He also made an announcement that the state government has recommended to the centre that the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian award, be conferred posthumously on 19th century social reformer Jyotiba Phule and his wife Savitribai Phule, a pioneer of women's education. More from a correspondent.
Addressing the third National Convention of National OBC Association in Mumbai, the Chief Minister said the government would access the extent of representation given to OBCs in jobs and steps taken to address the backlog in a time-bound manner. He added that the government has also earmarked funds for constructing hostels for OBC students in 19 districts. OBCs constitute 52% of the state's population and enjoy 17% reservation. Sonali Gharai Patil, AIR News, Mumbai.
A delegation of the OBC parliamentarians and leaders from the BJP called on Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi yesterday. The delegation felicitated Mr. Modi for providing constitutional status to the OBC Commission. The members said that the historic step would help in strengthening the community. Mr. Modi encouraged the delegation to continue working for the upliftment of the OBC community, especially at the grassroots level. The nomination papers will be filed for the Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman post before noon today. The post of the Deputy Chairman has been lying vacant since June this year following the retirement of P.J. Kurian. The current strength of the Rajya Sabha is 244 and support of 123 members would be needed for a win in the full house. Meanwhile, JDU President and Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar reached out Biju Janata Dal, Telangana Rashtriya Samiti, Shiromani Akali Dal, Telugu Desam Party and Indian National Lok Dal to seek support for NDA candidate Harivansh Narayan Singh in the election for Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman. Sources said Mr. Kumar personally telephoned Naveen Patnaik and TRS Chief K. Chandrasekhar Rao. JDU National Secretary K.C. Tyagi claimed that the BJD, which has 9 Rajya Sabha members, agreed to favour the NDA candidate. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on a Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat has said that electronic voting machines (EVM) is a foolproof technology and has not witnessed any major malfunctioning in the past several years. Delivering a lecture in Nagpur, Mr. Rawat said the maximum failure rate of EVM is 0.5%. Even this failure rate was because of initial glitches experienced in voter verifiable paper audit trail machines which were introduced in 2017, he said. Mr. Rawat said experts from IIT Bombay have examined the cause of these glitches and the VVPAT machines function smoothly in the recent by-elections in the country. Maharashtra State Election Commission has announced that the registration of those political parties will be cancelled who will not contest local body elections in the next 5 years. According to a press release, State Election Commissioner J.S. Shaharia said that as per the amended rules published on the 25th of last month, political parties need to contest at least one seat in the local self-government bodies in the next 5 years. The amended rules also require political parties to publish a report for the information of voters as to how many assurances given in the manifesto have been fulfilled. The Government and Business Partnership Conclave will be held in New Delhi today, with a view to exploring the roles and contributions of the business sector in the implementation of Sustainable Development Goals in India. Niti Aayog, United Nations in India, and the Confederation of Indian Industries are jointly organizing the meet. The conclave will focus on the interrelated sectors of water, energy and green industry and will have 3 technical sessions covering these sectors. The third India-Nepal coordination meeting will be held in New Delhi today. Our correspondent reports that a 7-member delegation from Nepal headed by Inspector General of Nepal Armed Police Force Shailendra Khanal will take part in the 3-day meeting.
During the meeting, several important matters like security scenario along the border, coordination meetings at field level, sharing of information about crimes and criminals, training of armed police personnel and mutual visits by officers of 2 countries will be discussed. Yesterday, the Nepali delegations was called on Home Secretary Rajiv Gauba in New Delhi. Mr. Gauba said India and Nepal relationship derives strength from shared history, trade, economic partnership, cultural ties and intense people-to-people contact. He also appreciated excellent cooperation between security forces of 2 countries and stressed upon improved coordination through joint patrolling, common training of armed forces officers and regular border meetings. With Shashank Kumar report, Sanjeev Jasrotia, AIR News, Delhi.
External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj has said that 2 Indians who were abducted while on a business trip to Malaysia have been rescued. She said R.P. Vaidya and K.P. Vaidya, who had gone to Malaysia for business purposes, were abducted last Friday. In a tweet, Mr. Swaraj praised the efforts of the Indian High Commissioner Mridul Kumar and his team and the Malaysian police in securing the release of both Indian nationals. An impressive silver medal finish at the Champions Trophy has helped the Indian men's hockey team jump 1 spot to 5th in the latest FIH rankings chart released yesterday. India had lost to Australia via penalty shootout in the summit clash of the Champions Trophy after the 2 sides were locked 1-1 in regulation time in the Netherlands last month. India, which is defending its title at the upcoming Asian Games, is the only team which registered an upward movement among the top 10 teams. And now, for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Abhishek Kumar Singh.
Thank you, Abhishek. India's oldest and senior-most politician, former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and the Supreme Leader of the DMK, Mr. Karunanidhi, passing away at the age of 94, marking the end of era in Tamil Nadu politics, is a story that finds prominent mention on the front pages of all the dailies this morning. Kalaignar signs off, says Mail today. Dravidian sun sets, leads Hindustan Times. A Titan departs, writes the Indian Express. Decorated Major, 3 soldiers killed at LOC, leaves the Tribune, adding 2 militants shot in Gurev's infiltration bid. Operations on. Referring to the NRC, the Statesman writes, Supreme Court halts up NRC officials for talking to media. The paper quoting the Supreme Court writes, your job is to prepare NRC, not hold brief for anybody. Poll for Rajya Sabha Deputy Chair no less than a thriller, says DNA. Opposition leaves it to Congress to name Rajya Sabha Deputy Chair pick. BJP to observe August 15 to 31 as Social Justice Fortnight, informs the Asian Age. MBBS syllabus overhaul to focus on hands-on training, writes Hindustan Times on India's medical education curriculum getting a makeover. Earth at risk of turning into hothouse if tipping point is reached, says scientists, writes Mail today. The paper says that a hothouse Earth would pose severe risk for health, economies, political stability and ultimately the habitability of the planet for human beings. And finally, too much sleep can kill you. Well, in another story, Mail today writes that experts found those who sleep for more than 8 hours a night have greater mortality risk than those who sleep for less than 7 hours. The study, involving more than 3.3 million people around the world, found sleeping for too long also raised the risk of heart disease and strokes. And with that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Abhishek Kumar. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Mortal remains of former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and DMK President M. Karunanidhi kept at Radhaji Hall in Chennai for people to pay their homage. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to travel to Chennai to pay his last respects. Uttar Pradesh government recommends CBI probe into Devariya shelter home case. Maharashtra government announces special assistance of 500 crore rupees to develop employment opportunities for OBCs. Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat says electronic voting machines is a foolproof technology and it has not witnessed any major malfunctioning in the past several years. India-Nepal coordination meeting takes place today to discuss border security and sharing information on criminals. And in sports, Indian men's hockey team improves its FIH ranking to 5th place. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.